Once again, coming to you from the Varsity Sports Bar and Grill, another edition of the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. This is an early afternoon edition of the big show. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Dan Carroll. Always time for a cold beer. And Rob Herking, looks like you're getting ready for the big show tonight, big concert.
Sure am, Dan.
Down in Riverbend.
Pretty freaking excited about it.
Is that the outfit you'll be rocking at the event tonight?
No, I do have a special outfit.
Special outfit?
Yeah, I bought a new
short shorts.
No, I bought a new
cowboy
sundress.
Boots.
New sundress.
New sundress.
Yep. Assless chaps.
Well, the only way to travel. I mean, it doesn't restrict your movement. How was everybody? Kiefer, thank you for being in the house.
Good to be here. Good to be here with you gentlemen again.
It is always good, though. We should probably just fucking move in back here. Get some bunk beds and shit.
It could be our clubhouse.
We got our own shitter over there. We got a big screen TV.
Talked to Eric about getting a shower in this motherfucker.
There's nice girls out front who bring us cold beer.
Yeah, it's kind of like being married.
But it's like stepbrothers. We can't trust Dan with the power tools.
What more do you need?
Why would you let us do this?
So that means yes. We'll get some bunk beds in this goddamn place, and we'll just have a hoot. I'm trying to get in my country spirit here, baby. A little hoot.
You're doing great. You are doing great.
Jason Aldean's in Cincinnati. It's a small big town, and
we'll try that in a small town.
Oh boy, here we go.
Fuck.
The singing's starting already. It's early.
See how far you make it down the road.
I do love the fact that I text my son. We had talked about it yesterday, getting a couple of tickets, pavilion or lawn seats, just sitting on the picnic tables because Riverbend, there's two aisles. The one aisle further east has all the beer booths lined up on it. And there's a demarcation line, kind of like the demilitarized zone in Korea, to get to the pavilion versus the lawn. But there's tables there, and we just perch up there. I can drink beer all day. He's got his license, so he can drive.
I'm glad you're traveling safely tonight.
Yes, my daughter wants to go, and I go, Finn, do you want to go? She's like, if it's okay with Griffin. I was like, fuck, who cares about Griffin? I'm the parent. If I buy you a ticket, you're going. Griff can deal with this shit show. So me, Finley, and Griff are going to go down to Jason Aldean, rip it up tonight in a small town. And Cincinnati is kind of a small town, man. Everybody knows your shit.
It definitely seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to be down there and on my glory. I don't know. Do I wear a cowboy boot, cowboy hat, jeans?
Just one boot. Wear just one boot. And Faulkner Raider said you're going to wear Crocs.
Well, just for the record.
Probably not Crocs. I was kind of debating shorts and flip-flops because, let's be honest, I don't really give a fucking shit.
When the 2020 riots were going on, there was a group of people who tried to start some shit here in Cincinnati. There was essentially one night of lawlessness that was handled quite nicely by the Cincinnati police.
My son and I were watching that. We were betting which one of those hillbilly white dudes in Clifton was going to get shot first by the rubber bullets. And we all had our money on the one guy, and we were hoping to God. I wish I knew that guy's name. I'd love to have him on the show because he was the guy that was the biggest dick grabbing his balls, screaming at the cops. I was like, just somebody shoot that motherfucker with a rubber bullet.
And damage was minimal here in Cincinnati. And they didn't try it again after that. And had some of those other cities maybe have done the same thing in the very beginning, they wouldn't have been on TV night after night after night with stores being looted and burned and people being killed, cops being attacked, and all the rest of it.
I don't want to get political on it, I just want to enjoy Jason Aldean. I do like his music. I listen to his music on a regular basis.
Well, there's nothing political about it. I'm just saying we did a good job shutting down potential riots here in Cincinnati.
Let's
nothing better than following up a Ludacris concert with a Jason Aldean concert the next fucking day. Jesus.
Well, we welcome everyone here.
We're gonna hit that here in a little bit, but we've got a special guest that we've been trying to track down. She's like Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is she?
Oh,
Santiago.
And one of our friends from way back when, the quick backstory, we called a bar in Alaska, Juneau, Alaska. And these two lovely ladies, we got one of them with us, was nice enough to answer and deal with our antics.
Yeah.
And we we're going to start a segment called One More at the Wharf, because the bar they were working at is Hangar at the Wharf in Juneau. And we're going to bring Kennedy in and get an update. She just recently had a birthday.
Hey.
Oh, that sounds much better than the last time we brought you in.
Oh, yeah. Here, hold on.
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
You hear that?
You got to love it.
We had just recently started going live. So the first time we brought Kennedy in, I didn't realize there was that echo cancellation button. So my bad.
Oh, that's
we finally got Kennedy back.
How's it going, Kennedy?
Everything is great. I mean, it's great to see you guys. And wow, this whole podcast video thing has really expanded since way back in the day.
Yeah, we're no more holding my phone up to the microphone to talk to you, try to find out the time change. So
Right.
How are you doing? You look beautiful as always.
Well, thank you. You know, it's tough getting older, let me tell you.
Well,
beats the alternative, though, right?
You don't look like you aged. Dan, on the other hand, looks like he's shopping for coffins tonight.
Not exactly. Going to the Jason Aldean show.
It's Aldean, you dickhead. It's not two L's. Fuck.
Jason Aldean.
That's
fortunate. That's what I call it.
I'm fortunate I get to pick my.
Pick your what?
I said I'm fortunate I get to pick my age.
Oh, yeah. You 31? I think she's 31.
Little Kennedy privilege there. Gets to pick her age. That's nice.
No?
No one else wants.
Are you fucking with buttons, Keith?
No, the problem is we talk over. It takes a minute for the mic to open up. That's what happens.
All right. I won't say anything.
Shit.
Give us your travels. Where all have you traveled since we've last talked?
Well, let's see. I think the last time we talked was right after I got back from Spain. I spent 2 weeks in Madrid, which I went to high school there, so I love it there. I'm totally very emotionally attached to being there. And then let's see, I came back and been to Miami a couple of times. Went to the British Virgin Islands for a charter boat, little holiday. And then I just got back from Santa Barbara. However, I spent a month in Italy and in Spain. So went for the Formula One race. Actually, I went to 2 races. Only one happened because Imola was canceled because of the rain. Do you guys know that this is the coolest summer any of us will ever have from this summer forward, no matter where in the world we live?
Every summer with me is a cool summer. Let's just be honest. Come on, Kennedy.
A concert and you're going to be microdosing? That's the appropriate word to use, as opposed to, should I drop some acid?
I'm not dropping acid.
I'm sure there will be some extracurricular activities going on. With
somebody
Rob.
Needs to give me a heads up when there's a guest listening to my comments pre-show. Damn.
That's a nice part of being in control.
Asshole.
You can have it. You can take it.
You're sitting in front of a mic. You gotta consider that mic open.
Sure do.
So
exactly.
So Kennedy, when do you go back up to Juneau? When are you making your next trek up there?
Probably in, what is this? This is July. So I'm headed to another boat charter on this next week. I guess the answer would probably be the end of August, maybe first part of September.
Well, we're definitely going to have to make sure that we connect once you're back up there at the bar, now that we're video, so you can give everybody the tour. You gave us the tour, just in text message videos, but you can give everybody the tour.
You guys should get a live feed. I know Salty Dog does it down in Hilton Head, a live feed video camera on the internet of the bar. Fisherman on the Wharf, just so you can see everybody.
You mean different than a webcam? Like
no,
a live...
like a live feed on the webcam of the bar interior. I know I got nailed talking to somebody at Salty Dog one night in Hilton Head. Thank God I had my dad with me and there was a table of us.
Rob just wants to spy on you. That's all he wants to do.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see the antics.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, you could actually do a reality show on that, you know?
Well, I'm sure you guys got the drama up there like we got the drama down here.
Oh yeah, there's lots of drama. There was actually just a here 2 blocks away on this street down with a machete.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is not Halloween, so he was not wearing a Jason mask, probably.
No. Are you guys familiar with the Citizen app?
The what?
It's called Citizen, and it's tied into all of the emergency services wherever you live.
Yeah.
It's also kind of a glorified bodyguard, you know, if you pay a lot, but it basically pings you all the time with whatever the instances are going on, whether there's someone stuck in an elevator, a fire going on, someone running down the street with a machete, person got shot, you know, whatever. So it's quite active, I will say, in downtown Seattle.
I was going to wear my Hanger at the Wharf shirt, but I wore it this past weekend when I was out of town, so it's in the laundry. So I was not prepared.
Other than Pike Street Market, what in the fuck does somebody need a machete in Seattle for? There's no bamboo to cut through or deep forest.
Hey, it's what's happening across all of our cities in this country. You know, I mean, crime, homelessness, drugs, and just, you know,
idiots doing podcasts.
Yep.
Hey, I'd rather be sitting on a podcast than outside, at least right now.
What? Let me ask you a quick question, because this is one of our questions on the comment section right now. How many virgins, like a jelly bean contest, how many virgins are in the British Virgin Isles?
That's a good question. I've only been there. So I've been to San Jose. I've been to Tortola, which is, I think, in the American Virgin Islands. I'm going to just take a guess. I think there's maybe 7.
Why do they call them fucking virgins? I'm assuming people are banging on these islands.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. Yeah.
What is the origin of virgin?
What's that?
What's the origin of virgin? Why do they call them the Virgin Isles?
I have no idea. Someone's got to Google slap that right now.
Kind of like Johnny Tom's.
Google slap.
Dan, Google slap that shit, Johnny Tom.
Oh.
There's no such thing as Johnny Tom surgery.
Yeah, it's well known, Dan.
No, it's not. It's well made.
So hey, I need to ask, how is the yard going? Remember, this whole thing is also about you guys coming up to Alaska and throwing some down at the hangar on the wharf in Juneau, Alaska.
Oh, that's a long flight. I'm still back to that.
I actually did start I looked at it, and yeah, it's there's no easy way for us to get there. But Jill and I were sitting there one night, hitting kayak, hitting all the different apps, and figuring it out. And I think round trip per person it was going to be. And you and I were texting about pricing. It was like roughly what $800-900, something like that.
Oh, that's not bad
per person. So
can we sleep at the bar?
It's where we're most comfortable.
We'll figure.
How do you find flights?
It's a neat thing called the fucking internet.
Look on the computer.
I'm on Travelocity and doesn't fucking flights.
A couple of our listeners / watchers said road trip, so we may have to pack our shit up and we may have to do one from there. It'll take a little bit of pre-planning, but
do all of you ride motorcycles or just you, Jay?
Dan and I do. Rob rides one wheels and falls off.
Okay. Well, Rob, you could be the support crew.
I'm not fucking supporting shit.
And you can, and Jason, you can be in on the motorcycles, and it's a road trip.
That is a bucket list of mine, to ride from Cincinnati to Alaska. I don't know if I'd make it to Juneau, but
wait a minute, we got a flight here, 6:32 for round trip airfare from CVG to Juneau.
Is that on Frontier?
No, it's on Alaskan Air.
Alaskan Air.
That's good.
Delta's rolling out. It's ATL and then Seattle. Fuck, you got to go through Seattle too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go through Seattle regardless.
Yeah, 6:32 sounds good on Alaskan.
Yeah,
I know there's a story. There's a story in the news right now about a flight that was leaving Las Vegas. It was a Delta flight.
There's a movie about that too, Dan.
They were headed to Atlanta and wound up sitting out on the tarmac for multiple hours in 110-degree heat. I mean, that would drive me crazy. And every time I get on an airplane, something goes wrong.
It's because you're on it.
It's just a pain in the ass.
Because you're fucking on it.
It's a pain in the ass to fly these days.
Damn,
it sucks.
I couldn't imagine being on an airplane flying.
I would much rather drive to Alaska.
And here, a
now, on the
dickhead like
motorcycle,
Carol
it'd probably be a 5 or 6 day trip.
Pissing and moaning.
But it would be a lot more enjoyable than being stuck on an airplane.
I love flying. I love airports. As long as I can get back when I'm planning to get back. And I throw that buffer day in just because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, being stuck on a tarmac, yes, that would absolutely suck balls.
Yeah, but you can call the Bob and Tom show.
I love traveling. And yeah, was it Jimmy Tarmac?
Kenny Tarmac.
Kenny Tarmac.
Yep. Can you
hilarious.
You know, if the plane was going down and Carol was on it, I would actually have a grin on my face knowing he was dying with me. That would be entertaining.
There really is something wrong with you. You know that?
There sure is.
There really is.
Yep.
Kenny, go ahead. You're going to say something.
No, I have a solution for that. There's these little tablets that you could take that would remove all of the anxiety and complaints that you guys are talking about in terms of a plane.
No, flying used to be fun. It used to be an adventure. But now the airlines just treat people so badly. You really got to wonder if it's worth all the aggravation.
Well, there is that. I just
come up to visit you guys. I think it would be worth the aggravation. I would take that chance.
It should. Yes, absolutely. Alaska is everyone should visit Alaska in their lifetime. It really is. You ever get? Postcards are a thing of the past, the way past. But you ever look at postcards, cities, and then when you get there, you go, "This doesn't look like that," you know. But I can promise you, any picture that you see of Alaska, of the mountains, the glaciers, the plants, the bears, it really does look. It really is as majestic as it is featured in pictures.
So you're saying it's kind of like Dan's Grindr profile pic.
Grinder, so don't know about that.
She's not on Grindr, neither am I. So that's swing and a miss there, Rob.
Whatever, bro.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Wait, Kennedy, we're gonna get back at it. We appreciate you coming on and being able to actually us connect. And we've had a couple snafus here in the past. We tried to get you on a little bit sooner, and our end, your end, it didn't matter, but we got you here. But we're definitely going to keep in touch, and we're going to get that segment One More at the Wharf going. That
sounds great. All right. Well, good to see you guys. Glad this worked, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Well, you have a great day there, Kennedy. Thanks for being with us on the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast.
We'll be in touch, sweetheart.
Kenny, I will tell you that don't be surprised if you get a text from me that says, "Hey, I got a fucking fare. I'm coming up there." I don't know what the flight is. 9 hours. It'd be a quick little in and out, little burner.
Do it.
As long as you're not close to a school, you're fine.
I'm pretty impromptu.
We love you, girl.
Right,
take care.
Okay. Love you guys
See you,
too.
See ya.
She's awesome.
She is awesome. And honestly, don't be surprised. I mean, if I'm just looking and I got a couple hours to kill or a couple days, fuck, grab my laptop, jump on a flight for 6:30 round trip.
I'm glad we were finally able to get it together. There's a little clicking going on. I got to figure out what that was, but I'm not sure if that was our end or her end, but it was much better than it was the last time. But yeah, the world traveler Kennedy,
I'm in.
She's always been awesome.
And there are pills. I know what I know what kind of pharmacy
I knew exactly what she was alluding to.
Lewds. Yeah. I'll be tied down like Wolf of Wall Street on that motherfucker.
All right, John Holmes, 1974.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna fly up. Fuck it.
That'll be fun. We were looking at months ago, just messing around. I was like, all right, well, we have a full day of travel because you get fucked in Seattle, but
Seattle's a fun place.
As long as you create the time.
I would tell you this though. I would go up honestly if we made it a deal. Let's just go up for like 5 days. obviously 1 day up, 1 day back. So we got 3 solid days to spend there, 3.5.
That would be fun.
I'm not booking like a fucking Marriott, man. I'd rather just fucking slum it. Who gives a shit?
I want to see you cuddled up next to a grizzly bear.
Let's slum it and let's do some fucking whore baths in the men's room at the airport on the way out.
You want to pull what movie was that? Was it Tom Hanks where he's stuck in the airport terminal?
I'm in. Hey, I got to get out of here. You got a cab going back to the airport? You're leaving tonight? No, I'm just going to sleep there. They got things I need.
No, I'm glad we can make that work. I can't wait till she's back up there. And I'm drawing a blank on the other bartender.
Oh shit, it's
drawing a blank on the name.
God damn.
But they sent us a care package for anybody that wasn't listening before we went video when we first started this podcast and started this stupid antics. But we sent them a care package from Cincinnati. They sent us a care package back. So it's almost like modern day pen pals.
Yeah. Kind of like
cool.
that prison pen pal thing we were talking about.
Which I think that needs to be a segment, by the way.
Sure does. We'll work on it. That leads me into another segment I want to talk about. Speaking of pen pals, apparently Dennis Rader is pretty upfront in regards to what he did. And he's got a brother in Rex Howerman, the Gilgo Beach serial killer.
Oh, I saw that.
BTK says he sees his twin in Rex. They
what an accolade.
Yeah. And the beauty is BTK named himself BTK. That's not cool. That's like saying my nickname is this and you came up with it. No, you got to fucking get it bestowed upon you by somebody else. You can't just say, hey, newspaper, I'm BTK, bind, torture, kill. The age is appropriate. The family with 2 kids is similar. And the FBI, the New York police, etc., just did a search warrant for his brother's place, Rex's, in South Carolina, I believe, looking for a Chevy Avalanche. They had one in New York. They think they're going to include trophies. Every serial killer typically takes a trophy, whether it be a brawl, trinket, jewelry, driver's license, something along those lines, so where they can hold it and physically hold it to relive that memory of killing that person.
Is that why your trunk is so full of random shit?
No, they're just waiting.
Are those the trophies that you take?
No, that's the box. They're also hoping to find some DNA evidence, but I love the fact that Dennis Rader came out and wrote to Fox News and said, I see a lot of similarities in myself with this Rex guy, and started listing them off, kind of like Silence of the Lambs, with Hannibal Lecter and the FBI going to get some help. So I think Dennis Rader should be our fucking pen pal. I mean, he loves writing the media. Why the fuck not? There's some colorful photos.
Send him something. We talked about San Quentin or just grabbing somebody. I think that's the one.
I think I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to do that.
You'll get drunk tonight after the Jason Aldean concert. Do it, and I hope you do.
I'll just call the prison.
I'm counsel. Counsel for Raider.
He's our pen pal. I got to see where his appeals are before another attorney reaches out, and then I'll get fucking disbarred. But nonetheless,
why do you want to be pen pals with the guy who killed a bunch of people?
Well, I don't know, because it's interesting.
What? I don't know. I don't find that kind of stuff that interesting.
Oh,
I find it very interesting what goes through their heads.
I love the fact that he wrote the fucking Fox News to say this guy is like me. Rex Howerman.
Faulkner said, Rob, you should ask for his hand in marriage.
No, I'm waiting on that one guy from South Carolina with the topless photos.
Murdoch.
He's fucking trolling, man. That motherfucker is trolling with no nipples. I will say real quick, there's really nothing in today in history that's worthwhile other than the
we're podcasting today. Yeah. That's worthwhile.
1925, the trial of high school teacher John T. Scopes ended with his conviction in Tennessee. He had taught Charles Darwin's theory of evolution in violation of state law. As we all know, Tennessee is part of the Bible Belt, and you don't fucking go against God because they will kill you.
They will kill you.
They go Old Testament when you start talking about God down there. They're not the New Testament, forgive and forget and live and love and hate the sinner, love the sin, or hate the sin, love the sinner. 1925, Dano.
And you weren't allowed to teach Darwinism in school in Tennessee?
Sure we're not.
Wow.
Yep. Very Christian. I don't think you're allowed to teach it to this day.
You are. You were in school then.
Yeah.
They didn't teach that to you?
No, I did.
Yeah,
I went to Catholic school, and we learned about Darwinism and all the rest of it.
What are your thoughts on evolution, Dan?
Well, it's a theory.
It is a theory.
It's called the evolutionary theory.
Profound.
It's a pie that has sauerkraut in it.
Good God.
I don't know. I think
Here's one thought I have had on evolution. I do believe in
I
evolution.
think it has validity to
I
it.
think things evolve to adapt to their environment. But if you want to write that off as a solid theory of our existence, why did not every monkey start walking upright? Why are there still fucking monkeys? Do they just say, fuck, nope, you're in the back, buddy. You're not coming. I don't think evolution is the key. I think things evolve, but every monkey should be walking.
Well, monkeys do walk.
You know what I'm fucking saying, Dan.
No, they
Upright, fucking not
Monkeys.
just still sticking bamboo things in the goddamn termite mounds, kitting the they know how to use tools. Well, guess what? They're saying we know how to use tools. The guy that's laying my fucking foundation knows how to use tools. Why did these guys not evolve and quit eating termites out of a fucking sandy mound?
I don't know.
There you go. That's a question that I have that's eluded me for years. Dennis Rader, if he is a subscriber, I believe, I will follow it up with a letter. I'll have to ask your attorney's permission to continue the correspondence with you. But thank you for your subscription.
How fucking funny would it be if you got listed on his fucking list of counsel?
Dennis Rader is a subscriber to the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. Speaking of subscriptions, Keith teased this the other day.
Yes, this is huge, guys, and we need your help bigger than shit.
We don't give a shit if you make up new accounts. Who gives a fuck? 500 subscribers by 9/30/2023. If we get 500 fucking subscribers to the YouTube channel, what's going to happen, Keith?
All three of us have agreed on camera
Mm-hmm.
to get our chests and bellies waxed for all of you to enjoy the misery.
Even Dano.
Does it hurt? I've never done that before.
Yes.
Have you
Yes.
done it before?
Not my chest.
Yeah.
I've had some other regions.
Oh, wow.
Some other regions that were very, very tender.
How long did that Brazilian last you?
Wasn't a full Brazilian, but it lasted a while. Once it was done and it healed, it was great. Felt like I just came out of the fucking womb.
Oh, did it itch though?
No.
When
but,
it was growing back.
But it was rough, but worth it.
Jesus. And then me in an act.
This was many years ago. I was a younger man.
Me in an act of alcohol-induced enthusiasm indicated last night to Keith by 12/31, December 31st, 2023. If we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will put it up for a vote for those 1,000 subscribers. Do I get a Brazilian live on air? And it's not going to be you looking at my butthole. It's going to be me behind a sheet with a light so you can see it.
Almost like he's giving birth.
You can hear the pains, the throes of pains behind that curtain of me getting a full Brazilian.
And this is what I need from all of you guys that have been valued watchers, listeners, downloaders, subscribers. Again, make up fake accounts. I don't care,
fuck yeah.
but I want 1,000 by the end of the year because
Falconator.
I want to see that shit.
Falconator, I will be drunk as fuck.
I want to see that.
So the alternative.
I would just like to say that I don't want to be anywhere in the area when that event takes place.
Oh, you'll hear it. You'll hear it all through Anderson Township.
Normally, Dano, anytime
fine.
I put my pants down, you're
But
right
I
in the
don't
vicinity.
want to be in proximity.
We did. I mean, we made a good. We started this video going YouTube channel in end of February, very early March, and we had a good
good little push.
good push, and we've kind of sat for a little bit. We've gotten some over the last week or 2 weeks that I've been watching, you guys can look at it and see it. We're at 193 right now. Get us to 500. Tell somebody.
Come on now.
Tell somebody. Somebody's going to enjoy this. You guys may not even enjoy. You're just being nice to us, and we appreciate it. But
I'm going to enjoy Bustler.
bits and pieces, people will enjoy. But for everything holy and sacred, get us to 1,000 by the end of the year. God,
So,
that's all I want.
It's either me with a Brazilian behind a screen. You can see the silhouette of my body and I will get a fucking Charlie horse if I had to put my fucking feet like that one picture you showed me yesterday. Or the alternative is I will get a belly button piercing and wear a fucking belly button hoop for the entire year 2024 and show it upon request on the podcast, or I will get a one more and I'm out of here tattoo logo somewhere on my body, maybe a tramp stamp. I don't know, but
I think it has to be a tramp. If you're going to do it, it has
you
to
know
be
what?
a tramp stamp.
If we're going to vote on the Brazilian or the other, I will do a belly button piercing for 2024 and a fucking tattoo. So we'll just lump those two together. If we get 1,000 by 1231, I will get a belly button piercing prominently displayed for 2024, wear it all fucking year, and a tattoo with one more, and I'm out of here on my lower back as a tramp stamp.
So you want to get a belly button piercing,
or a
and
Brazilian
a tattoo,
wax,
and a Brazilian,
not and Dan,
and a chest wax,
it's or
and a mani and a petty. I mean,
are you listening to what we're saying? 9:30 and 12:31, Dan. They're two distinctly different dates.
it's a lot of shit, though.
Well,
it's a lot of subscribers. So
I don't go to the pool on Sundays, Dan, so I'm okay with it. You know,
I think this is a great venture that we're attempting to embark on.
and I will fucking do it.
I'm gonna keep hitting it on our Instagram just to keep you guys.
Keith, you know I will fucking do that.
I know you will. I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm fine with the 500. I can deal with that shit.
Oh
But
wow.
God, I want the
Fantasies.
1,000.
I like that.
God, I want the 1,000.
I've got different fantasies still. Mander. Just trying to fulfill his fantasies. No, there's other fantasies I want to fulfill. I do have some fucking issues. So I will do it.
I've told you many times, you're a psychologist. Wet dream.
I was going to go somewhere, and then I just wrote that. I saw the fantasy thing. Can't remember. Oh, do we?
So anything you guys can do to help us get there, that it would be greatly appreciated. It's going to help us get closer to monetization and whatnot.
Oh, I
And
knew what I was going to do.
try to keep this thing going. We have a blast doing it.
I was going to throw out a PSA I just noticed today
Oh boy.
at about 2:15. I got a new electric razor last night and threw some batteries in. I got home about 1:15. Might have been drinking a little. PSA for everybody, public service announcement. Do not trim your fucking eyebrows when you're intoxicated in low light levels with a new razor you've never used. Looking at my left fucking eyebrow, there are some serious patches. It looks like I got fucking mange on my left eyebrow.
You got to know your implements that
I
you're
mean,
using.
thank God I wear glasses and my hair grows quick on my eyebrows, but holy shit. Now I'm trying
A little heavy-handed there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I might have fucking scaped up.
Scraped right down
Last
to the
night.
skin.
I was just trying it out. It was pretty impressive. Keith, do we have the deer crossing? We got a PSA as well for the deer crossing.
Yes,
You ready?
You're gonna
Yeah.
tease it.
So everybody, you remember Sammy the squirrel, the albino squirrel in some of the states, and we talked about calling our township administration to put up
Oh my God,
squirrel
that
crossing
was
signs.
a long time ago.
That was last year, Dan. And
Like I said, a long time ago.
Jesus.
So we put your sign up.
So yeah, we were gonna do that, but this is an oldie but a goodie, and a lot of you guys might have heard this. Yeah, I wanted to get that for Anderson Township and some of the states because that's where Dan lives.
We were going to try to get a trustee on air or
Yeah.
on podcast to pigeonhole him to make sure that it happens, but we didn't do that.
But then it reminded me of this deer call to a radio station, and I can't remember South Carolina, North Carolina, in regards. And this woman was fucking dead serious.
And bear with it. I mean, it's
Kind of like the idiots in Sammy's situation that wanted the speed limit dropped from 25.
Now, Donna, you got quite the vent today. It sounds like what's going on with you.
Well, I wanted to voice my opinion on something that's been bothering me for a really long time.
Okay.
I tried writing the newspaper and contacting TV stations, but nobody seems to want to stay with this. So that's why I'm calling you guys.
What's the issue?
Well, over the past few years, I've been involved in 3 separate car accidents involving deer.
Mm-hmm.
With the population and everything. Each of these incidents, they've occurred shortly after I saw a deer crossing sign on the highway. Well, my frustration is that Minnesota and North Dakota Departments of Transportation would allow these deer crossings to be in such high traffic areas. I mean, I've even seen them on the interstate. Why are we encouraging deer to cross at the interstate? I don't get it. That's such a high traffic area. I mean, I understand that deer are wild animals and they need to travel across the streets occasionally to survive, and of course to find food. But it seems to me that so irresponsible of us to allow these deer crossings to be in areas where these deer are so likely to be struck by oncoming traffic. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
I mean, it's just. I mean, you think they would put deer crossings maybe in smaller towns, maybe during at a school crossing. It would be a safer place for them to cross.
Wait,
put the deer crossing sign.
Deer crossings aren't telling deer that it's safe to cross there. It's just more of like an alert for drivers so they know it's like a high deer population.
The government put the deer crossings there. They can direct the deer population anywhere they want to by moving that deer crossing sign. I mean, why in the world would they place it on the highway or the interstate? I mean, God, there are so many other places I can think of than putting the deer crossing signs on busy highways and interstates.
You seem to be under the misunderstanding that the deer are somehow attracted to the deer crossing sign.
Idiot.
Well, yeah, the deer crossing sign is there.
Is this a Mr. Obvious?
Allow the deer.
No,
That's what
It's
they
a
need.
legit call. Legit call.
Right. And all these car accidents you had involved a deer after you'd saw a deer crossing sign.
Exactly. I mean, I'm trying to watch out for the deer, but I mean, speed limit 55, 65. How am I supposed to,
They don't watch
you
out.
can't brake really quick if if the deer just is crossing in that deer crossing area.
If you're
So you'd like to see these signs move somewhere safer?
Right. If we can move them, like, don't put deer crossing signs on the interstate or freeways. Put them in lower traffic areas. Somewhere where the speed limit's a lot slower.
Uh-huh.
Maybe small towns. I don't know.
That
I think
helps with
school
the deer
crossing is a good
value, too.
idea.
Well, listen, we will. Yeah, I mean, you say you've tried to contact quite a few people about this.
Right. Yeah. I wrote like at least 3 or 4 letters, and
We will spread the word. Okay, we will try to kind of help you raise some awareness for this issue. Okay.
oh, thank you. We need to move those deer crossing signs.
We appreciate your comment this morning.
God love it. Here's my thought. My takeaway.
What?
You killing this, Keith?
What in the actual fuck?
My takeaway on this is instead of spending money every quarter of a mile to put a deer crossing sign up, why don't we put one up every 5 miles and just take that money that we would expend to get fucking Caesar over there, train those fucking deer to cross at that place. Yep. Yeah, fucking A. Rudolph, slow your gait,
What
baby.
a fucking moron.
Slow your fucking gait, Rudolph.
I remember hearing that a long time when you brought it up. I was like, oh, that's fucking perfect. What an idiot. And this is the fucking society that we live in, people.
Yep. That's probably Karen or Donna.
I mean,
Why don't they
it
put the
seriously
deer
wrecked
crossing
my
somewhere?
car. It seriously wrecked my car, and my insurance deductibles go up. Oh my God.
We should lower the
moron.
speed limit on the highways at deer crossing intersections.
I should
so
give
that
her a
they
fucking
don't get
gun.
hit.
Maybe you should just have a bunch of hunters walk into deer school and just take out a whole generation at a time.
Give her a gun and tell her to look down the barrel.
No, she's anti-gun.
God,
I'm
she
sure
would.
she's anti-gun.
You might
She
be
would, don't
you might be able to
encourage
see the tip of the bullet. Just look down.
I'll look for Donna at the Jason Aldean concert tonight. She'll be the one with the Antifa sign protesting.
Deadleg said she has the ability to breed and vote.
Oh fuck.
Perfect, Deadleg. That is fucking perfect.
No, I when I was we were rekindling Sammy's days and how they wanted to lower the speed limit from 25 to fucking 20 because it's obviously too dangerous and fast for albino squirrels to cross because white squirrels can't run. But it reminded me of this, and I was like, we got to play this.
Yes,
We got to fucking play this.
And then silly says, and Joe Biden got more votes than any president ever
Unfucking believable.
because of people like that.
Welcome to our world.
Morons.
Yeah.
Morons.
Speaking of morons and slowing the speed limit for animals for their survival, Joe Biden. Thank you very much, Joe. You don't know this probably, but
Did you send me this?
no, I did.
Okay.
This is
Just making sure I'm not missing something.
this
All right, go
is
ahead.
this is the East Coast uproar over a 10-knot speed limit
Oh yeah.
in the fucking Atlantic for I don't even know if it's right whales or rice whales, depending on the article I read. They refer to it as both. I mean, right whales, what do they just swim in fucking circles to the right, opposite NASCAR, Or are they rice whales? Are they fucking Chinese? Are they G? I've never heard of a rice whale. What is it?
The cousin of the left whale.
Yeah, is it shitting out Uncle Ben's? I mean, what the fuck is a rice whale?
Dude, they have a balloon attached to them.
But apparently they have mandated, and all these fishermen and boat people are up in uproars. If they got a 35 to 60 foot boat, I believe they got to slow down to 10 knots so as to not decimate the rice or right whale population on the east coast of the United States. Why don't we just get some fucking whale crossing signs and put them up on buoys? Yeah, I mean, Donna from Minnesota could help coordinate that event.
She could be, yeah, she's going to be the chairperson of that committee.
What a fucking asinine thing. And the one fisherman's like, look, I've been doing this for 40 fucking years, and I've only seen one whale in my life, and it was washed up on a beach already, not dead from a propeller. I don't know. You know what? Maybe we're helping the whale species by taking the weak ass motherfuckers out that are deaf, that can't hear a boat and a propeller and doesn't see the goddamn boat coming at them higher than 10 knots. I don't get it. I mean, it's
what'd you say earlier? They have to go up the coast and they can only make left turns at certain points.
It's like New Jersey, man. The right whale can only turn right, and he has to keep turning right till he gets into the coastline.
Oh, it's a roundabout.
Yes,
a roundabout.
What the fuck is wrong with us? Squirrel crossing signs, and the squirrels aren't crossing there. The animal kingdom has gone wild. They're like, fuck you, Americans. We're not crossing at your sign.
They're going to start putting roundabouts in the ocean.
Next thing you know, you got fucking American kids that are saying, fuck that school crossing. We're going 50 feet down to cross.
That's where your taxpayer dollars are going to go.
Holy shit. This is unbelievable, the world we live in. The lemmings.
That Karen bitch, or I'm sorry, Donna. She should have been on that fucking submarine. Yes. She should have been the front row passenger.
Going 10 knots max. 10 knots max. Don't kill the rice whale. Donna.
10 knots is not very fast, is it?
I don't know. I don't know how to tie 10 knots in my shoelaces. Damn, my shoelaces aren't that long.
Well, if you don't know not, tie a lot. That's what they say.
Yep. Everybody's tax money is helping Ukraine. Vulcanator, we love it too. Or Ukrainian. Speaking of Ukraine, we did call Ukraine one day, and the chick sounded hot. She was checking in, but is that part of Russia or is that Ukraine still?
I don't know where you called.
I called a restaurant in Ukraine.
And I don't want to look at your phone history at all.
I called a restaurant in Crimea trying to find out the time.
Because then I'm an accessory, and then I'm going to have to call you to represent me, and I don't really want that.
Did you get a takeout order while you were at it?
No, but she fucking sounded hot. I just wanted her to stay on the line 30 more seconds. I would have been finished. Just 30 more. Now I know why people buy people online.
Sounding hot and actually being hot are two different things.
Yeah, no shit. It's normally the opposite if you sound hot.
No, in the first responder world, when you're hearing dispatchers, typically you're like, "Ooh, wow, yes,
Can't wait to meet her."
And then you go into the comp center, you're like, "Oh shit, that is definitely not what I was picturing."
So be careful, you East Coasters. Be careful of the whales.
Do your due diligence.
Yeah, 10 knots max.
Well, in New Jersey, the windmills that they have offshore there are believed to be responsible for whales beaching themselves. They're saying that the sounds that go into the ocean confuse the whales when they're trying to communicate to each other or whatever else they're doing. And now the Biden administration just announced yesterday that they've sold, I don't know, 10,000 more leases, or they're going to make leases available so people can put up windmills out in the Gulf of Mexico.
Here, this.
I mean, what an idiotic idea that is. It's one of the stupidest things I ever heard.
This song goes out to Donna. Oh, maybe not.
Donna with the deer crossing.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fucking Richie Valens.
You wonder if the deer are singing this in their head when they're jumping in front of our car?
No, I doubt it.
Donna was her name.
She smacked all my brothers and sisters with her car.
She killed Rudolph. No gifts ever came. 'Cause I'm my girl.
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
It did bring Richie Valens.
The fact that you went there, it's impressive.
Yeah, well, when we were saying Donna, I was like, oh, fucking Richie Valens.
I know that
song
song.
like that, yeah. So thank you, Donna, for that PSA as well about deer. So watch it up in Minnesota.
Dan, what do you got?
Well, our friend Tony Bennett passed away today. 96 years old, I believe. And guy was around, obviously, for a long, long time. One of the greatest singers ever.
He was around for 96 fucking years, damn.
Frank Sinatra, I think, said he was the greatest singer ever. Did a duet with Lady Gaga a few years ago. And I think that was actually the last album that he recorded. But no, Tony Bennett, one of the greats, one of the all-time greats. I Left My Heart in San Francisco and so many other songs. But, you know, one of these days when you're doing this day in history, if we do a podcast down the road on this day in history,
it won't be on Sunday.
It will be noted that Tony Bennett passed away.
And I do want to, I'm going to jump back real quick. Thank you. Our crack staff, Jeff Hellman, devoted listener. The Rice's whale was recognized as a new species, evolutionarily distinct from other brides whales around the world. It is the only year-round resident baleen whale in the northern Gulf of Mexico. Well, apparently, Jeff, thank you for the info. They are fucking lost because the Gulf of Mexico is not the Atlantic Eastern Seaboard.
I think that's baleen whale.
Whatever it is. I know the Gulf of Mexico is not the fucking Eastern United States. It's where the warm water is, man.
Thank you, Jeff Hellman.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Good call. Hey, Jeff, will you get a hold of Donna in Minnesota real quick? Have her call down there and tell the Rice's whales that they are fucking too far north and to go back around that little tip there, that Q-tip thing called Florida. And
well, Jeff does a lot of driving around. I'm sure he sees those deer crossing signs all over the place.
I thought you were going to say whales. I'm like, what? What are you
flick off Castro on your way? Is he dead? I can't remember. But flick off Castro and get back in the golf, baby, where you belong. So thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Tony Bennett, R.I.P.
Will Crazy in the house.
Fucking 96. Jesus, I'll never see that. I don't. The only time I'm ever going to see 96 is on the.
I'm not sure you're going to see
fucking Baccarat.
I'm not sure you're going to see another 6.
Oh, speaking of 96, no, she was 97. 96? Elsie 96 when she passed July. She was born on July 26, 1925. Is it her second year anniversary of her death? I can't remember. Elsie, long time supporter of the varsity and us. Limburger cheese. That's what we do. July 26.
That's the most rando thing I've ever heard.
Well, 96. I think Elsie.
Not the most rando thing I've ever heard out of your
Tony
face.
Bennett. But... Speaking of rando, Oregon State, God love you for you people that are supporting schools and academia. Oregon State researchers did a survey of 349 responses on the LGBTQ survey, 50 of which were labeled malicious respondents, and fascism is rampant with these fucking engineering students, the STEMs. What is STEM? Is it what? I know it's engineering and something else, but the STEM people apparently responded fucking belligerently and giving them shit. Keep up the responses, guys. I mean, that's what they want. They want the honest answers. And the honest answers, instead of being fascists, should indicate to the researchers that we don't give a fuck anymore. Move on. Quit spending our money
science,
on
technology, engineering, mathematics.
Okay. Oh, those science guys are the ones that know you got a dick, you're a boy. You got a vajayjay, you're a girl, right?
You would think they would know that.
I think so. I think that's how it goes. But good for you guys. Keep up, STEMers. I'm pro STEM. I am pro STEM right now. I've got a STEM that makes me a boy, and I like the STEMers. Is that a word? I'm bringing it up.
Jesus.
I hope it's not a word.
It's a word.
If not, Rob's going to make it one.
It's a word like the Cosby sweater baby is now a sex act. Love it. Anything else, Dano?
Well, can I give you the probably the most humorous headline I've seen in the last couple of days? And during the recent press briefing, Corinne Jean-Pierre was asked about the White House and how they feel about the Secret Service now that they failed to find who left the cocaine at the White House. And the White House says... You're
mixing songs now. Who let the cocaine out? Ooh, who?
The White House says they still have confidence in the Secret Service after the failed cocaine investigation. So we've got the Secret Service...
No, don't tell anyone.
Doing our bidding. And, they tried as hard as they could try. Dadgummit, just couldn't find out who left that cocaine there. They dropped the investigation, and the White House is like, "We're good, brother.
They dropped the investigation like
You're
somebody dropped that bag of Coke.
You're still doing a great job. You did exactly what we wanted you to do. 100% confidence in you. Rock
What
on.
shit? You said it. Everybody,
Unbelievable.
What is the origin?
It's Friday, by the way.
I mean, it's how ridiculous is that? You come out and you say, "Yeah, they couldn't find." And why isn't Joe Biden demanding to find out who brought cocaine into his White House? I mean, the shit show, that is a combination shit show and clown show.
It's because he doesn't know that he's at the White House.
Let me
He
ask you,
doesn't know where he is.
what is the origin? Why did they come up with it, calling it the Secret Service? What is the secret? That who had the cocaine? Is that the secret? I mean, why is it the Secret Service? I don't get it. What about the presidential service or something to that effect? Why has it got to be a secret?
I don't know. The Secret Service.
Well, here's a question too.
Because they came up with cool names back then. That's
Well,
why.
leading me down the path. What is Victoria's secret? Anybody ever figure that shit show out?
I don't know.
I knew what the secret was. I could open up the catalog in my bathroom by myself when I was a kid. And
I just thought
take
that
care
was.
of it.
I just thought that was hilarious, though.
All the surveillance footage of you in there sniffing. I'm pretty sure they thought you found it.
Well, I'm like a drug dog. I'm a canine.
Yeah, that's exactly what you.
I used to work with a guy who was a photographer,
I'm going to the White House with straws cut.
and for a couple of years, one of the jobs that he had was to photograph for the Victoria's Secret catalog.
Sounds terrible.
He said,
Sounds like a terrible job.
I was like, dude, man, those women, they're like thoroughbreds. And he says, yeah, they're all pretty hot, but he says, you get used to it after a while. I guess it's like anything else. There's one stunningly hot chick after another in their underwear.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. Yeah, just raise your leg a little bit there. Come on now.
You're looking ashy. Hold on. Let me spray it out with some baby oil. Hold on. You're too ashy for the camera. I got a local thing that I want to throw in there. Sorry, guys that are out of town, but this is, I think, a big deal for us. Pull it up here.
Take your time.
I'm working on it, bud.
Okay. Real quick question.
The ball is traveling to left center, and Benson started more shallow on extension. He can't get to it. Windmill is on. Benson throw to De La Cruz. He's got a cannon. It's fired to the plate. The ball is there. The tag. He is out.
He beat his own personal record of, what is it, 96.
96 and
96, and then that one was 99 miles an hour to home plate.
that Johnny Tom's kicking ass, baby.
Oh, no, you can't have it both ways.
No,
that was his arm.
He did
You
Tommy
said-
John's
you-
first,
you
and then he
said
did
Johnny
Johnny
Tom's
Tom's.
was his leg.
No, he doubled up on that motherfucker. It was a BOGO week.
That play, and we were sitting here watching it, that play was absolutely unbelievable. And that kid is unbelievable. As fast as he is with his Johnny Tom surgery. But to be able to throw, I mean, watching him throw when they got him at third, he'll move third, short. They'll put him wherever. Joey Votto's fucking hand, when he catches a ball from that guy, has got to be bruised, bigger than shit.
He had a buy one, get one. It was Johnny Tom's and Tommy John's.
Absolutely fucking amazing. Now we'll see.
And the thing
the
is,
Reds won't be able to afford him here in a year or two,
Oh, yeah.
so he'll be gone somewhere else.
Coming
But
to a city near you.
the thing is, that throw was also on the wrong side of the plate. I mean, you look at the catcher had to field that on the first bag side of the plate, then come back to the third bag side to maybe be able to make the
That
tag.
was a hell of a play, though. It got
But the
there in
ball
time.
got there so fast, he had time to actually do that.
he literally could have stopped, itched his dick, and then fucking and then tagged the guy out. I mean, that's just one of many that kid has made. And for us to have him this year with a team full of rookies that nobody thought was going to do anything, me included, it makes it exciting to watch. You get him on the base path, you're fucked for the most part.
Well, I
Coming to
think
you
that's
tonight.
what he's got to. He's batting leadoff now, and I think that's what he's got to learn is that his job is to get on base any way he can. And towards the end of the series with San Francisco, he started taking more walks in that leadoff position.
Yeah.
And getting on base more often because he's swinging at some horrendous pitches right now.
We were watching the game yesterday, though, and Rob's son Griff was sitting up here, and he got walked. And I was like, oh, that's a bad fucking move. You don't put that guy on first base.
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, and a guy that steals first, second, third, and home all in. I mean, it's unbelievable to watch. So I know most of you guys aren't local, but that's a big deal for us. I saw that and I was like,
Well,
99 miles an hour from shortstop.
it's America's pastime.
It's awesome. Now,
It's fucking cool
Ellie
to see.
De La Cruz is terrific.
And Deadleg, you appreciate it. You don't even watch pro sports. You know what you should do is looking in that Johnny Tom surgery, buddy. It might help you guys. You and Will Craig.
Don't give him false hope. What the hell's wrong with you?
No, you can jump like a fucking deer, man. Just at the signs.
Just, only at the proper crossing, though.
Yeah.
Fucker. Don't violate the rules.
What a fucking weird road. Weird road. Hey, you guys.
Why did deer have to cross there?
I like this. Nothing on Rick Vaughn. He's got nothing on Rick Vaughn, though.
Oh,
Fucking
there's a
wild thing.
There's a new fucking deputy that works down in the Claremont County Sheriff's Department. Not new, but he got a new pair of glasses. I've known this guy forever. And he has a beautiful mustache like mine, but he shaved it. But the glasses look like Ricky Vaughn's glasses. So I walk in there, I'm like, hey, wild thing, what are you doing? He's like, fuck you, Herking. He goes, what? I go, you look like Ricky Vaughn in Major League. You just need a shittier haircut than you already have. You know, with the triangle shit on the back end. You guys tonight.
They call it a veg head.
You guys tonight, stay tuned. I'm going to try to figure out. Finley's going with me, my daughter. She knows how to use Instagram. So does my son. So I'm going to try to get on there, do some stories, reels, etc. from the Jason Aldean concert. Definitely fucking recording and playing that song.
We've got a couple before you
I'm sorry.
go where you're going to go,
No,
which I know where you're going to go.
You know where I was going. I was slowing it down.
We've got a couple ad reads and then also a teaser for Sunday.
Teaser.
Well, we've been teasing it, but it would be apropos to continue to tease it until it happens.
All right.
So we've got retired gunnery sergeant Christian Bustler coming in studio, who wrote this book, No Tougher Duty, No Greater Honor. I just finished it last night.
Show off.
Absolute incredible book. Absolutely incredible.
You guys need to tune in on Sunday at 1.
It's going to give you a different perspective on.
If we go longer than an hour, you can kiss our ass too.
Yeah, it's definitely probably going to go longer than an hour.
There's a very good chance that's going to happen.
But
you got to get to the pool.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just saying.
Say it all you want, but I'm here. I'm down for the podcast with the gunnery sergeant.
You're down.
All right, go ahead and finish, Rob.
I wasn't finishing anything. I was just saying it's going to go longer than an hour. We're going to be here.
Interrupting squirrel. Yes, going to be great. We're probably going to have some people back here live watching it. He's going to bring some books to sign and sell if anybody wants one. But it's going to be that one's going to be awesome.
And if you want one on the podcast, let us know. We'll hook up a Venmo. I'll even facilitate.
Yeah.
If you want a book autographed by Christian, let us know. We'll get the book. You can Venmo me the money. I'll Venmo it to Christian. Sorry, that's a reminder.
Someone didn't silence their phone.
Nope, that's a $50 fine.
Yeah.
$50 fine. I love that.
When Dan starts paying for the fucking podcast and picking up the tabs when he said he was.
$50 fine.
There you go.
Sunday's going to be great. I'm super excited for that. The story that he tells. I mean, we hear all the shoot 'em up stories and all the war stories of all these movies, but you don't hear about how these fallen guys get back home, and guys and gals, and the people that actually have to do it. And the way he wrote the book, I mean, you feel like you're looking over his shoulder. I mean, it's phenomenal.
But I will facilitate the Venmo transfer to Christian, and we'll get an address from you guys. I'll give you got my cell, 513-659-8892. I had to think about it for a second. Give me the address. I'll ship it to you. We'll get it to you guys. If you want an autographed copy of the book, it's a great book, and looks impressive too.
I know it's Sunday at 1:00 Eastern. I know it's early in the day, but would be worth tuning in live, because if you have questions, we can fire them to them. If not, tune in later. I mean, it's gonna be worth the watch.
And I'll still take care of the facilitation post production. I want to talk about our friends Ohio Valley Productions. Got a party going on? Then you need to check out Ohio Valley Productions. OVP is your one-stop shop for corporate functions, fundraisers, festivals, even a backyard barbecue. We're talking about top talent, live acts, DJs, karaoke, trivia, and more that'll have your party rocking. Quality entertainment and a team with the most experience in the business combined to make your event the one to remember. Got a vision for a great time? Make it happen with Ohio Valley Productions. Just drop an email to Dan at OhioValleyProductions.com. That's Dan at OhioValleyProductions.com. And rock on. Appreciate Dan Varner and everything he does for us. Happy anniversary to you two kids. I know that's going on right now. And can't wait to see you, Dano. Looking forward to it. So you guys tune in. If you even get post-production, watch it. It's a great interview. It's going to be a great interview. The book is phenomenal. We'll facilitate. Make sure you get a copy, your signed copy to you. If you want to hit me up beforehand, 513-659-8892. Shoot me a text, or you can DM us, IM us, whatever in the fuck they call it on all the other social media shit. Kiefer and I will make sure it happens, and we'll get your address and stuff and get that book sent to you. It's a quality book, quality read. It's easy read. It's got pics, which is the only reason Dan's reading it. Anything else, Dano?
I'm good. I'm going to get his take on the recent memo that came out from the Department of Defense talking about transgender soldiers.
Oh, Jesus.
And if they are in their therapy, their hormone therapy or their cross-gender therapy, or they're going to have some top and bottom surgery, then they can elect to skip deployment. So
he medically retired in 2010. Dan.
So now we have the specter of members of the military who want to transition on the government dime, that when the shit hits the fan and everyone else has to go and deploy to God knows where, they can say, I'm going to sit this one out for 300 days. So essentially you can take a year off of doing your duty to the country because you're having hormone therapy. What a bunch of shit. I'd like to see what the gunnery sergeant thinks about that issue.
I love the fact that people from out of town that have never met you make a comment that says, I was waiting for Dano and trans. Every episode.
Well, I mean, it's
nicely done.
All I'm doing is talking about stuff that's in the news. And here's the headline. I mean, Jason, you can see here's the headline right here. What's it say right there?
DOD memo says transgender soldiers on hormone therapy can skip deployment.
So it's something that's in the news. I talk about stuff that's in the news.
Why are we going to bring? Okay,
two things are not going to happen.
I'd just like to get his
I'm going to
opinion on that.
Two things are not going to happen in the next 3 days. Two things in 3 days. One, we are not fucking talking about that with Christian Bustler in place.
I just want to get his opinion on it.
Two,
you can do that after.
Two, we will not get the answer to the elusive question, Dan, do you manscape?